Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Civ 5 Polynesia. Attila entered the medieval age and I didn't even notice. Alright. Well, Honolulu, what do we want to do with you next? You know, the Great Wall is not really all that useful on an island. It's a great wonder, but not fantastic for my purposes. I'm thinking, however, since I have some spare time and nothing really pressing, building the national epic is not a bad idea. Great people will generate faster, and a slot for great work in writing. Kind of a necessity if you want to be playing for a cultural victory, so we're going to do that. See, we're building our road nicely up to Tonga, so hopefully we'll make use of that. There we go, we hit the medieval era ourselves. Alright, we should have metal casting. That means we're going to get some good production options coming up pretty soon. No reason not to grab optics at this point. We're a little behind schedule there, so let's do it. Next turn, I guess? I'm still missing a big chunk of the world. Attila apparently is attacking city-states, which is never a nice thing to do in my book, but there's not much I can do about it. Alright, aesthetics or exploration? Well, this is the real question now, because we're going to want to have both, probably. So, I can make it easier to construct monuments, amphitheaters, opera houses, museums, and broadcast towers by 50%, which is always nice. I can also mean that excess happiness becomes cultural generation. So in this case, I have 6 happiness. That means that I get 3 culture per turn. Not both of them are going to be very important at some point, and that'll lead to extra culture from wonders, great artists, and tourism. Exploration is going to be great for a couple of reasons. One, it allows us to get around the sea a little bit better, but since this is a very oceanic map, that's always nice. It does allow further movement for naval units, further sight, and it unblocks the Louvre, which is going to be necessary, I suspect, and eventually it'll unlock hidden antiquity sites. Also, we'll be able to get some better production, better happiness, and trade, and all sorts of good stuff. They're both very important. I'm going to actually go ahead and grab exploration for the extra travel and sight bonus on the sea, because I want to explore a little bit faster, but we're going to want to have both by the end of things. Alright, let's see what we're missing. We still have trapping or horseback riding or civil service. Not bad, frankly. Civil service could be nice, but I think at this point it would be better for me to work on guilds, and we'll instead work our way toward our artists guild, and from there we'll start working on things like education to give ourselves some extra science boosts. Alright, we finally built a road connection. Let's get ourselves a source of iron, because we haven't got that yet. Sophia's looking for help against the Huns. Sorry, there's really not much I can do about that at this point, but oh well.
Better is bread with a happy heart.
Currency, nice, nice. Okay, we should start seeing some commerce options really popping up for us at this point. What else can we build now? Let's see. Market, workshop. Workshops are certainly nice. A lighthouse would have been tempting if I had any sight of fish or pearls, or, sorry, not pearls, just fish. For some reason I thought whales was included in a lighthouse, but apparently not. Workshop isn't a bad idea. I would like to start working on that, get my production up, and since there is a source of iron and salt nearby, we'll do that. As soon as this road is done, I want to take advantage of this salt. Salt is a great resource. Quite frankly, I've had civs that have had just like 5 or 6 sources of salt, and I have just dominated games with that stuff. Lots of money, lots of food. Okay, what do we want now? Probably a workshop there as well. Our production in Honolulu is actually surprisingly good. Another great writer for us. Let's go ahead and create another great work.
And you would have passed.
Perfect. This worker is already done. That was shockingly fast. Alright, let's get the stone going next. Perfect. And this... For some reason, my workers seem like they're building extra fast. I don't know if I picked something up that did that for me, but I'm certainly not complaining. Alright, we have guilds, which means we'll now be able to build the Artists Guild, as well as the East India Company at some point. Let's go ahead and work our way toward education. We're going to want some science boosts now, because I suspect we're falling behind a little bit there. Washington has the chicken itza? I don't know what they're actually called. I know a lot of people call it the chicken pizza, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure that's not correct. Alright. I'm actually not going to build the Artist Guild here. I want to build that in Samoa or Tonga. I'm not sure if this is a very viable stat, but I believe that every time I have a great person in city, either in just the city, the cost for all other great persons increases, or just the entire civ. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. So I'm actually going to spread it out a little bit. I'm going to get my market, because it is definitely time to start cranking out the money. I actually have a fair amount of cash that's stockpiled that I'm not taking advantage of, and I could do so. Alright, we're going to get a mine. Now the mine, because we're placing it here, is going to give us an extra food and production, as you just saw, and because it's salt, we'll get extra food and gold. So this should be worth 4 food, 2 hammers, and 2 gold by the time the mine is done. Like I said, salt is awesome! Alright. Up direction from Songhai. Great Wall is done.
3
Prizes there. Another great profit. Let's enhance our religion. And what can we add onto this? Alright. I could get Divine Inspiration for extra faith. That's always a good one for me. Yeah, actually, the extra faith is going to be nice. But do I think liturgical drama is going to be better? Not really. I suspect I will have... Yeah, if it were +1 faith for in cities for every 3 followers, I would say that's fine, but this gives me basically a maximum of 1 faith per city. I'll have more world wonders than that, so I'm going to get Divine Inspiration, and the reason I'm getting the faith is because I want to buy cathedrals at some point, so we'll make use of that. Now, what else do we have? We can have Religion Spread Faster, we can have Defender of the Faith. I don't really see much use in any of this at this point, to be honest. Alright. I think I'm going to get Iterant Preachers and let it spread a little bit further. Honestly, it's kind of a toss-up between that or just spreading faster. Neither of which are extraordinarily good. No, I'm not going to give you open borders for 1 gold. Now, Brazil, almost guaranteed, will be going for a cultural victory as well. It's just sort of something he does. Brazil always does that. Ooh, I didn't think about this. Library, maybe? No, not quite yet. We don't have enough stuff to justify it. Stoneworks for the stone would be nice. That would give me +2 stone and 1 happiness. And the library is probably the better choice. We'll just go with it. Alright, cool. Let's get ourselves, a garden for extra great people generation in the city. I do not want open borders with Washington yet. I will want that stuff eventually, but for now, I don't feel the need to let him see in my territory. Now, that'll be important later because open borders does give you a modifier with your tourism. It does mean you have better tourism stat with that civ, so it's going to be important to make use of that eventually. In which case, I actually do want to be friends with a lot of people. But for now, not especially important. We're going to hold on to this great engineer and see if we can't get a really nice wonder at some point. Maybe the Uffizi, maybe the Louvre, maybe something. Something really important for my victory. Alright, now I could do a Moai, and that would give me 2 culture, which is probably a better choice than the 1 production at this point. So we'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and get another cargo ship, and we'll start working on some more economy. He wants to pay me for wine. Sure, I have enough wine to go around, and the extra gold per turn is probably more valuable to me than just paying like 150 gold for it. I apparently have the lowest happiness, and shockingly, Songhai is doing really well on that front. That's not common from my experience, but okay. Alright, maritime infrastructure +3 production on all coastal cities, which is basically all 3 of them. So I just got basically a total of 9 hammers for free. That's not bad. It also is going to give me a bonus anytime I found a new city on a coast, so who can complain about that, really? Alright, we'll continue to trade with Byblos, and then we'll trade up with La Venta next and get ourselves some extra money. He also wants to pay me for wine. I'm okay with that. A spy has been recruited because someone has entered the Renaissance era. Brazil is doing surprisingly well for itself. Well, let's go ahead and spy on Brazil then, shall we? Spies will be important later because of they can be diplomats, which is another wonderful modifier. But we'll hold off for now. I'm thinking stoneworks is probably an okay choice. Let's see. Circus, because we're a little low on happiness. I need some more faith generation, and it'll only take a turn to get a shrine, so let's do that. Yes, we'll have a declaration of friendship. I'm okay with that. We're spying on you right now, but you don't need to know that. You definitely do not need to know that. Okay. Let's go ahead and just continue expanding. Ooh. We want to kill these barbarians. They're hiding some ruins. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it or not, though. I'm thinking I want another garden here in Samoa, because I did finish my Artist's Guild, and I want things to generate there as well. What? A lot of things happened here, apparently. Laventa is... I connected a trade route with them, apparently. When did I tell you guys to do that? I most... Oh, sorry, that was my cargo ship. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking connecting a road. Okay. Well, I'm still securely an ally of Laventa, which is nice. What do we want to do next? I think another plantation down by the wine. We'll trade that with somebody else. No open borders, sorry. Not quite yet. Let's go ahead and build a mine. Yes, okay. I was worried I wouldn't be able to kill that barbarian. That's an extra 8 culture, and I should get that ruin. Okay. I could get a stable, and that's worth 1 extra hammer to me. Let's go ahead and instead get a Coliseum or a barracks. I'm thinking of barracks, because eventually I'm going to want to start making some military units. And I wouldn't mind having the extra experience. It does make a difference. A research agreement? Heck yes. Heck yes, I will do a research agreement with you, sir. That is definitely worth it to me. Oh, this archer's gonna die. Well, in your last act, let's go ahead and grab that ruin. It was only a little bit of money. Let's flee the ocean. Not your last act, after all. I thought for sure you were dead, but you're okay. My archer is A-okay. We now have education. Oxford University is going to be very nice for us. We need to have universities in all cities. We'll do that eventually. Someone's trying to build the Alhambra, huh? That's too bad. The Alhambra's nice for me. But let's see if we can't work our way toward a very nice wonder. There's architecture has one that we really will want. Art and artifact slots will be nice. We'll also want to have the Globe Theater, probably, pretty soon. I'm going to want to get that well before Pedro does, so I may need to rush that, to be honest, which is not common for me. Acoustics will be important for the Sistine Chapel as well. There's a lot of very important things, basically, is what it comes down to. I'm going to make a beeline for the printing press, for a couple of reasons. If I can get the Leaning Tower of Pisa with my Great Engineer, it gives me a free Great Person, which I'll use to get another Great Engineer, which I'll get the Globe Theater. This is nice for extra Great People generation, which will be useful, and this will be nice for my cultural victory. Then I'll make a run for the acoustics, see if I can't get the Sistine Chapel, and at the very least, I will want a Musician's Guild. Alright, the university is an easy call. I have a lot of money. Is there anything I want to be buying at this point? Let's take a look. I could buy the workshop. Not a bad call, so let's do it. It should speed things up in Tonga a little bit. Am I pronouncing that right, or is it Tonga? I don't even know. I'm just sort of assuming. Water break! Okay. Moving on. He wants to pay me wine and open borders. Well, open borders will be useful to me later, but let's instead say, can I get 7 gold from you? There you go. The open... Oh, that's actually very appropriate for the for them to get Machu Picchu. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and set my worker just to auto-build, because I feel like I have enough of the basics built here, and I don't need to really worry. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a fish working boat to get this first route of fish. Let's also get a university in Samoa. Let's continue to explore the ocean. Exploring the ocean blue. See if we can't find any new places to settle. I really haven't found any that I think is that great. Ah, we got a writer and an artist. Perfect. So let's make use of that. Great work.
And the seeming
Twice Told Tales, and another great work for me. Landscape with an ant bear. What ant bear are you referring to? What's an ant bear? I'm actually not sure. Also, that looks suspiciously... There's animals in here. Oh, look at this. This is one of those clever things where you have the landscape that looks like some sort of animals. So, for example, this looks like an anteater, and this looks like an armadillo, and other stuff. One of those. Okay. That's fine. More cargo ships is what they suggest, which is surprising. I'm thinking instead I'm gonna grab myself a Colosseum. We're gonna work on our happiness before it becomes a problem. Not that it is. My people will be happy, I suspect, but I don't want to take any extra risks, do I? So let's not. Losing grasp on Vilnius. We want to take a look at that. Who's Vilnius? Vilnius. Manila. They were maritime, and apparently I was really good friends with them for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and grab them as allies, because they will give me some extra food. As for Vilnius, you're mercantile, which is extra happiness, which is probably the reason that I'm doing so well here. Well, I can probably sacrifice that for now, and I don't need to spend a ton of my money for that. So we won't. Sure. I will be friends with everybody. I don't really want to go to war with anyone if I can avoid it. And even if I do, I want to be on the good side of everyone else so that they cheer me on rather than freak out. Ah, a ruin that was overlooked. How nice. Okay, I do need another university, so let's grab that. Then I can work my way toward Oxford. A research agreement sounds fine to me. I don't mind a little extra science for the both of us. Notre Dame is a great wonder for the happiness side of things, but it doesn't really work for the cultural victory. I mean, it's not like it doesn't work, it's just not necessary. Which is surprising, because I think of the French as especially artistic and very high on the cultural side of things, so I would have thought that Notre Dame would count, but it doesn't. So, the Eiffel Tower does, but that's about it. Alright, we'll just set you guys on auto work. Washington got Alhambra before Brazil did. That means Brazil is going to be jealous of the Americans and probably want to go to war with them at some point. Maybe. I don't know. There's going to be a little bit of animosity. A free population? Okay. Not amazing, but hey. Askia declared war on Vilnius. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not friends with them anymore, because now I'm not obligated to do something about that. Culture. Do I want happiness? No. I want cultural centers, I think, or maybe I want the fine arts for the extra social policies. I'm going to go with fine arts because I do have a good amount of happiness right now, so now my culture has boosted up to 54 per turn, which is reasonable. I also seem to have 100 science per turn going on right now. I'm actually not in a bad spot in the game considering it's 1000 AD. I'm actually progressing at a reasonable pace. I don't have anything I need to build in Samoa at the moment. I'm going to work on Notre Dame and see if I can get it. The extra faith, as we now know, will count toward culture and... Sorry, the extra happiness will count toward culture. I apparently have the best average food, which means I'm going to have a good population in this game. Again, don't really need anything here, so I'm going to instead build... I don't know. I'll just do the lighthouse. I mean, why not? Let's just grab a lighthouse real quick. Won't take long.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
No, still not worth open borders. I don't have enough tourism to justify it. I might do it soon. I probably will next time they go around asking for it, because I want to have good relations with them, but it's not strictly necessary. Let's get some walls, because I don't have any defenses. Yes, we'll be friends with Washington. That sounds good to me. It's going to be at least another few hundred years before we see people getting all upset and being all like, oh, we aren't friends with anybody and we want you to be angry at them too. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Let's grab a lighthouse now because I do have fish. That's a thing. Next turn, I'm going to go ahead and grab Oxford and Honolulu. Open borders is still a no. No? Why does everyone want open borders? Everyone wants to see my island. This is my island, shaped conspicuously like New Zealand, and I'm not sharing with anybody. Ooh, a great prophet. Okay. What can I do with said great prophet? Well, I could get some people to convert to my religion. Washington is lacking any sort of religion at this point. Could be nice to send somebody up there. There are some barbarians in the way, but I'm going to go ahead and send my prophet up, and we'll see if we can avoid that. Alright, now do I want to get quick science? I could get the printing press quickly, or I could get an academy, but I think at this point in the game... Let me think. If I place the academy, I will get 8 science per turn. There's like at least another 100 or so turns to go, maybe a couple hundred turns to go, which means I'd get like 600. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually inclined to think that getting the printing press and going for these things sooner rather than later might be my best choice, so let's do it. We're in the Renaissance era. Move our guy back in there. We're going to start working on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Next turn, I'll speed that up, and then we'll go for the Globe Theater. Now we'll get acoustics next, and we'll see if we can't speed this on. Yeah, there comes a point where, I mean, like, for example, if you play Babylon, you get a scientist really early on, and you desperately want to place the academy, because mathematically it works out that over the course of the game, it is, by a long shot, the best thing you can get. Alright. Cultural heritage? No. It's actually not to my advantage to let everyone else have more culture, just me. So, I'm thinking arts funding would be good. It looks like a lot of people are going for a cultural victory, which is going to be interesting. Alright, we're going to go with arts funding because I'm going to want that regardless of the fact that other people are doing the same thing. But alright, let's speed up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That'll be mine. Thank you. Yes. Oh, I did not mean to say no, but that's fine. We'll do that again next time. All right. Brazil is happy with me. Good thing is a lot of people are going to be happy with me now. So I got the Leaning Tower of Pisa and a great artist, but I have no place to put it. So that's a problem. All right. Let's get another free great engineer. Perfect. Let's build the Globe Theater, which has a couple of great whiting slots. Let's hurry that up. And of course, because I have the Leaning Tower of Pisa, now I also have 25% Great People Generation, so we'll do that. We'll also build another market, and I think I will call this episode here because it's been long enough. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Pravus. Be sure to like the video if you do like it, which I'm hoping you do, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.